new project. And I am aware that I didn't finish my other colory Cheyenne headshot portrait thing one. But this kind of got me distracted. I'm always distracted though. We know this. Come on. And phone cords, they need to be made longer. Hear me, phone companies? A little longer so that I can still use the phone for the recording when I plug it in. Although I could probably use an upgrade on my recording phone. Anyway, moving on. So I actually found this. It's like a 15-20 minute drive maybe. But there's this lady who has essentially a year-round rummage sale. She buys pallets and then she sells the items from the pallets. I don't know if they're like I've seen advertisements for like Amazon pallets, like returns or something, or if they're like leftover overflow from the store. I don't exactly know how it works, but she said they were pallets. So she can't ever really guarantee exactly what she's getting, or she'll get another item back in stock. But it's essentially a year-round rummage sale. And this was on it. And anyone who knows me probably has seen this part right now and knows exactly what's going on. But the nice thing about it is this was like an $8 item. Looks like it was probably for Family Dollar or maybe one of the Dollar Trees anyway. I only got it for $4. And there's actually a donut truck that I kind of thought was fun. And I really thought about getting that instead, or two. Oh, look, the sticker came off so easy. But, I thought even if I decide that, Cheyenne's World doesn't have technology like campers and stuff, this could still potentially fit in the circus theme. So, that's what we're gonna go with. Now let's get this project started! Boop. This ended up being quite the project, and I can't say I really enjoyed the painting portion of it. Mostly my motivator was to just get it done after a certain point. And very early on, with just getting the base coats on, I mean, you see how, like, the window and the door and stuff, like, stick out, so then you got those little edges that you gotta do, or it's really just gonna look stupid. Yeah, that's kind of probably the main thing that killed it for me. After that, I was just kind of impatient and I wanted it done. And I do feel like I probably could have been a little more creative with some of this, but at the same time, it was also kind of a pain in the butt to paint on, like I said. So, yeah, in this first chunk of recording, it's just going to be very quickly getting through the gesso, the base coats, and then deciding that I hated some of the colors and then going over them. I had this really nice deep purple mixed up, but I'm pretty much out of that. And I don't remember how I mixed that color, which is a shame because I want more of that color. Like, why am I so hard to please when it comes to colors? Why am I so picky? Why can't I just love all colors? Life don't work that way. That'd be too easy. Also, that one, like, deep purple is a satin paint, and I learned not to mix satin and acrylic, no matter how much you might like the color over the acrylic, the mattes, because honestly, where I needed to touch up, when I tried to touch up, it turned it into like a light blue violet, and then like 40 layers later, I finally got it covered up, or mostly covered up, and yeah, so that was a thing I did that happened. It was just kind of one thing after another, and I had to go back like several times on that light pink coat, because like if I had color on my finger, even though it wasn't wet, it just kind of like rubbed off on that. So that was also kind of a pain. I had to go back and touch things up like so many times. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But, in the end, like I said, I do feel like I could have been a little more creative at spots with it. And then there was some areas where I thought I could have at least tried to do a better job. I was feeling kind of hopeless on being able to do a good job on those parts, and we'll see here shortly what I'm talking about. It'll make sense as soon as you see. But, I mean, beyond that, I can't tell if I'm indifferent or unsure because of it just being a pain in the butt to paint, or if I'm truly unsure how I feel about it. Like, I think I like it, or at least I think I want to like it, but I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, see, at this point, I'm sure you guys can start telling why I say some of it could have been better. Because as you can maybe have guessed, there's a couple little critters in the window, and I don't really do animals. I don't know how to do them, like, at all. Which is now kind of a shame on me, because I want to do not a lot of animals, just, like, some little cute chibi ones here and there. Mostly in the fox and kind of in the Wolverine idea area thing there. But, I mean, I suppose it still could have been way worse for what it was. For, like, my lack of ability. It definitely looks like a 3-year-old did it, though. So, have mercy. I mean, I know it's bad. I'm well aware. Just have mercy. Mercy in the sense of I do understand that it's bad. Like, not in the sense of you can criticize or think it's bad too. Just mercy in the sense that I am aware of this. But yeah, I was also gonna leave that white part blank. It's like, window. You'd probably see some of the ice cream shop inside. I just don't know how to do that. And eventually, I do go back and I add details to that. And I do think it helped. Like, it doesn't look as plain. Like they're just floating in the abyss then. And yeah, just when you see it, you can judge for yourself. Let me know what you think down below, what you would have done different, or if you like kind of the direction I was trying to go with that. Yeah, just let me know down below. That'll be fun. And this is where I started adding some more details. I did skip around a lot, but, you know, I wanted to let paint dry, and, you know, I'm sure we've seen by now that I tend to skip around a lot. I don't just focus on one thing, typically. I will start something, I'll bounce somewhere else, I'll come back to that, it's a chaotic mess. But the nail there did kind of help to make a straight line. For some reason, it didn't record the first time, so I had to go back and re-record it. Because, you know, that just likes to happen. And for some reason, when I was buying this thing, it didn't really, like, hit me that this was a birdhouse. I think I realized it, like, sometime after I got home. I was like, oh, I think this was meant to be a birdhouse. And obviously, it's not really going to be a birdhouse anymore. Because I really don't want no birds pooping all over this thing. I hated myself painting this, and I'm just not going to let a bird poop all over that for me. Yeah. Also, I really need to come up with a way to make doing these lines way less annoying, because doing the cross line pattern thing, sure, it looks cool. Sure, it goes with this character and the outfit designs and this and that, but boy, is it a pain to paint. Like, it's kind of just annoying. And these aren't even, like, my worst lines. They're not great, but I've definitely done worse. A lot worse. But, yeah, no, maybe someday I'll figure out a better and or easier way to do those. But until then, you know, we're just going to stick with the mess. And I suppose I could have filled in the little diamonds, you know, make it that checker pattern. That would have looked cool too. For some reason, I didn't really think too hard on that. Like, it was not really an idea of, oh yeah, let's fill in some of these diamonds. It was just lines, and that was what was in my head, is just lines. But I think it's fine as is. I don't know. I guess I'm having a hard time picturing what it would look like with those filled in. feel like I'm trying to, like, start a small headache right now. And I am someone who's had migraines her entire life. Like, I mean, not like every day of my life, obviously. But, you know, I've been a migraine sufferer since, like, forever. So, like, even a minor headache will get to me mentally just because it's, even if it's not as bad as a migraine, it's just like, I don't want to deal with this. Whine. Yeah. And, also for the name that I put on the back, you know, my friend had a couple fun ideas too, and I went with the Fox's Den because you know, the other idea was cute, but then I was also like, it also, at the same time, it kind of makes it sound like the ice cream's made of fox, and that's just not right. So I'm like, maybe that one is a little weird, that, you know, could be misinterpreted or made, maybe not even misinterpreted, but someone would make a joke with. Excuse me. But here is the final product. I mean, it looks Cheyenne themed, right? I mean, we knew when we saw the ice cream it was for Cheyenne. There's no hiding that. Didn't even need to get the pink base ice cream. Him. Not to say that every ice cream automatically goes to him, but there's usually a high chance. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. I have my Discord and my shop, which I do have a second design in there. But until next time, peace out!